What's up, guys? Welcome to the live stream here. Rise and grind. It's just before 5 a.m. for me on Tuesday. It's non-personal rewards, CVC, so we're just gonna be chilling out, I think, for the most part. um, this is a pretty tough clan that we're up against, and we usually go pretty hard. Um, every CVC, I guess. I'll be playing both my accounts. See my eyes wander a little bit. It looks like it's pretty close right now, so we'll probably need to put some gas on right away. All right, let's get started here. So let's see here. Okay, shop. Nope, nothing. Gonna buy. Bambus is actually pretty good nowadays. Maybe it's time to bring him out. Stuff. What do we have for energy? Ice Golem. Oh, we have this spider tournament. Single faction. 2100 energy. Pretty expensive. Feels like, I don't know. It feels like it. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Single faction spider tournament. Only one I can think of is Lydia, maybe? Lydia, Dark Elves. I also don't really want to switch out my stuff too much. I don't know. All right, let's see if these guys are geared up. Yeah, pretty much geared out. 14 crit rate here. Pretty much geared out. 14 crit rate. 17, 12, 13, 13. Here we go, 14. Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning. Yep, hello. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the thanks. Yep, hope you guys are doing good. Do I need presets for this? Probably need presets. Feel like I need presets. Feel like I need presets. Okay. Lydia. Marius and 4 food from Skinwalkers. What level would Marius do? I don't know. People tell me like Marius can do like stage R10, but like I probably don't have the right build. Yeah, good morning. At 21 points. How did I get 2-turn? Now I'm curious how I got 2-turn. Maybe it was like Wukong or something. Soloed 90 normal with Vanilla. Nice. Very good. Yeah, I want to save energy. I don't really want to spend energy on that stupid event, to be honest. Don't really want to spend too much energy. Yeah, I'm not, honestly, I'm not too interested. I saved my previous stone. You see here, like I have my summoning pool here. So I've saved this for a while. So I can pull two pulls from this pool. Um, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me, but I could. Um, sorry. Let me set up my other account. Well, Lydia, a bunch of cold hearts. Heart Seekers. How do you save the crystals? You just don't click the red. You just don't click the red dot. You see how like I still have this red dot here? I just don't click it. If you click it, then you release it, and then it's over. So just don't click it. Uh, then it'll always be there. Okay. Marius stage hard 10 9-piece Slayer. Yeah. Free to play, don't have Slayer set. Don't have good Slayer gear, free to play, right? So that's always going to be a problem. Sorry, I need something. Oh, wait, quests. Grab a quest. Make sure you guys grab your quests. Spider. I can do increase attack buff, right? I couldn't do this last year. Last week I forgot about it, so I can do it this week. I'm ready for it. You increase speed buff. I can do that. We just do a lot. We're gonna do a lot of tag team anyways. 90 multi battles, increase speed buff. I can do that. All right. Let's see. Arbiter, increase speed, increase attack. Then I guess Turtles team needs increase attack too. Increase speed, increase attack. Hmm. We'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. So my first thing I had to swipe the Elite Easy 3. Yeah. Yeah. Don't get the Slayer gear unfortunately, but it's okay, I can live without it. Thoughts about Garo. Garo's awesome. Yeah, been using Garo a lot more for live arena. Amazing. Amazing buff. Not like not invincible. Not invincible champion like and not somebody you can bring into every fight, but very very strong, and especially since before the buff, basically useless. So for me, it's like a brand new champion, right? Can you raise awareness of players not being able to reach gold tag for missions? Currently hit a wall power creep, but it's stopping me. I think people have been I mean, it seems like it's an ongoing issue for people to reach gold. Um, they've expanded the gold tiers. They've made tag team, instant battles happen. So it's easier in general to reach. But I think this instant battle is going to make it harder for people to reach higher tiers because you're facing more competition now. So that's probably what you're experiencing. So if I were you, I would just do more tag team arena. Like use your instant battles, set up slow teams, set up slow grindy teams, and then just click the instant battle. That would be my suggestion. It doesn't matter how many turns it takes because you know it it's way faster, and then just grind them out. That would be my suggestion. I don't think they're gonna look into tag team anymore because they've done a bunch of improvements to it to make it a little bit more accessible. So that's just my 2 cents. How good is the recent fusion? No Dula, right? No Dula. She's good. I think she's good. Um, there's nothing about her that is bad, but she's not great. She's not amazing. She's not must do slash insane, right? Like she's not like that level. But she's good. She's good. Yeah, she's good. I did her fusion on both my accounts, and I intend on using her. So yeah, for me, she seems solid, but not insane or must do or anything like that. And even if you have Solinar, still not an insane must do. Like drop everything you have, turn off your brain kind of thing. Do you think there will ever be an event where Edward is given as an award? Yes, Edward should be given as an award because they always do this with all the collabs. I made a video doing some research on all the past collab champions, and every single one has been offered in an event. The only one that was never offered in an event was the Mythical Boss Champion from one of the big collab events. So, you know, we can safely assume that all the characters will be available in some kind of event. It might not be the event that you're thinking of, like, a Deck of Fate or Hero's Path. It could be a winner take all type of an event. Um, like I said, I looked at the history of all the collabs, and usually the way they do the winner take all event is they put the boss in the winner take all. So they've done that with Odin, they've done that with Shredder. So this time they probably put Pontiff as a winner take all. And since we just had a deck of fate for Basim, Edward likely will be a Titan event, maybe. And then Bayek likely will be a Hero's Path. So that's kind of how it's gonna go. The timing of it all doesn't is gonna be a little bit tight. It seems like because it's end of February, right? But the collab ends, I think, first week of April, so they have a month, like 5 weeks. So they have 5 weeks for all the events. So I think they could definitely throw in a fusion and a Titan event. That's what I'm thinking. They can put a fusion and a Titan event. It depends which one starts first. So they could start with the anniversary fusion, and then go right into the Edward Titan event, and then right into Bayek's Hero's Path. And obviously, they have to give away all the souls as well, right? They have to give away all the souls for the characters. So they have to give away Edward 5-star, Bayek 5-star. Not give away, but to put the events up, right? So there's a lot going on. And then, like I said, Pontiff probably going to be a winner take all, and then Pontiff's Soul probably going to be in an event as well. Yeah, a lot of stuff they got to do, and they only got 5 weeks to do it. So, and this is anniversary month, so probably see something soon. Have you built her? Built Garo? Yeah, I built Garo. Garo's great. Oh, you mean the girl? Sorry, the fusion Naldula. No, I haven't. I haven't pulled her yet. I'm just waiting for. Probably wait for a CVC or something. I don't need her right away. I don't need her for anything. But she will make my faction wars a little bit more consistent. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for the support, man. Do you think Narma, Demitha are enough healing for clan boss? I mean, if you have Demitha, you don't need healing anymore because Demitha brings block damage. So you want to build around the block damage, not build around the healing. Wish I could use that function. You try to use Galus more in LA? Yeah, I did. The problem with my Galus is that he has no blessings. He has no blessings. That's the problem. And his gear is like fourth tier, like defense nuker build, fourth best defense nuker stats. So he doesn't hit as hard as my other champions. So that kind of makes me not want to use him that much. Um, so I basically just use him for like block damage counters. But he seems like a fine champion, but I think what's holding it back a little bit is just my gear on him is not the best. Here, I'll show you guys my chicken. Is just he doesn't have a blessing. He doesn't have a blessing. He's not you know geared out as crazily as he could be. Right. I'll show you guys my chicken in a second here. Hey, good morning. Good morning. As free play account, is there ever a reason to go for Prism Soulstones? Doesn't seem like it's ever worthwhile investment. True, it's not really. It's not really a big incentive to go after, to be honest. For me, it, I think if you can save the energy, then yes, sure, go ahead. But for me, I'm just super active anyways, and if I have the energy, I'm gonna go for it. I also have to kind of go with whatever we do as a clan. Also my clan is maybe asking for more points and stuff, so I can't really just AFK for 2 days, you know what I mean? So if there's an event to do Spider, Spider's easy enough to do and you get a reward out of it, and it's of course it's going to be a gamble, but for 2100 points or 2100 energy, you're not really getting too much most of the time anyways, so at least you get a shot at a soul potentially for something. It's such a low odds of getting anything good. um and to me it's kind of just byproduct of playing the game. That's kind of how I think about it. It's just byproduct of playing the game. I'm not oh, there's a prism crystal or prism soulstone here, I gotta get it, it's a must get. Nah, it's kind of just the byproduct of playing the game. But yeah, I could definitely focus on something else. That's something you could do too, do masteries on something. But again, it's byproduct of me just doing stuff. So yeah, definitely not a huge draw for me. I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. Actually, I was just whatever, I don't really care about this. uh Use Giro's second form? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, my first form's not even booked out. Oh, instant battle is only in silver plus. Oh, I see. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you gotta get there, man. It's such a quality of life thing. Would you go for Bayek or Edward? Personally speaking, I have Edward. I pulled him from an ancient shard. Um, so I don't. Yeah, so I'm gonna pass on Edward, but I will go for his soul because I think Edward's very good. Um, I'm not sure. I have much less resources on my alt account, mainly because the RNG from the shard pulls, from Clan Boss, heavily favored my main account. So I might have to think about what I want to do for Edward, because I don't think Edward would help my alt account, but I think Bayek would be very good. Um, I don't know. Both accounts I'll end up getting Bayek probably, but I don't know about Edward on my alt account. So we'll have to see. It's a lot of resources, right? To spend. It's a lot of resources, a lot of shards, a lot of energy. And yeah. Archer had no event. Uh, no, Archer was a training event. Archer was a winner take all training event. And that was the first collab ever. So, they were going to do something weird for that one, right? But ever since that first collab, they've been very consistent with what they do in terms of giving away the champions. Do you have any info on the next fusion? No, no info. They haven't said anything. They haven't said anything. What day is it today? Tuesday? Yeah, they haven't said anything. Maybe there's nothing. Maybe this week is just like a break and then it's gonna start next week. How would you build Arcoa? I actually don't know. I haven't really looked at this champion too much. Arcoa. That's the mythical champion for the Dark Elves. I'm really not sure. I can't even say with certainty that it's a damage dealer or a support champion. I'm gonna take a look. Oh yeah, I was supposed to show you guys my chicken. Yeah, the shards have been really stingy on my alt account. Okay, so this is my chicken. So yeah, like I said, this is like my fourth. This is like my fourth best damage dealer. This is my fourth best damage dealer. Oh, what the heck? Champion stats. Uh, they don't have champion type. Oh, that's strange. I thought they had champion type here. Affinity, rarity. Okay, it doesn't matter. But yeah, these are my stats on my chicken. So it's a little bit on the low side, 6.5k defense, 276 crit damage. Like I don't even have a proper relic on him because I just don't have any more damage dealing relics. He's not booked in his base form. Secondary form is fully booked for damage and stuff. And then mastery is here. Um, you look at these stats: 6.5k defense, 276 crit versus like Marius. This is my best defense gear, right? My best defense gear. Marius has 8k defense, an extra 70 crit damage, and he has an extra 70 speed. So it's like 1.5k defense more, 70 speed more, and then 70 crit damage more. And he has a 6-star fully blessed, right? And then you have my Harima, who's also geared very well, 8.6k defense, and then big chunk of crit damage more. Similar speed, but way more offensive stats. And then that's like 1, 2, and then Leonardo is probably my third best gear defense based champion. 7.5k defense, 300 crit damage, 280 speed, 5-star blessed, right? So you kind of see where Gaius kind of lands. He lands in the fourth place for defense based. Um, yeah, I mean, I just don't like at this point. I just don't have the gear, and he's not blessed up, so he's missing a lot of stats. So that's kind of where it goes. Let's see, Arcoa, this champion. No idea what this champion does. 2-hit decreased turn meter. AoE decreased turn meter. True fear. Strip. 4-turn strip, decreased defense, block actives, extra turn if 8 or more debuffs were placed. 8 or more. So he has to land both of these on 4 champions. You get an extra turn. 4-turn cooldown. Strip. I mean, this is not strong enough, right? Strip, decreased defense, block actives. Block actives is great, but it's on a 4-turn cooldown. This condition is pretty hard to hit because you have to land everything against an arena team. Passive. Increase speed by 4 for debuffs placed. And by 2 for each debuff resisted. So you can gain extra 100 speed. So it looks like you need speed and accuracy for the main form to do anything. This form, double hit, per meter fill instead of decrease. Triple hit instead of default. This skill cannot be blocked. Ignores shield, block damage. Ignores unkillable if they're under block actives. Fills per meter by 15 for each critical hit. Quad hit, ignore 15% of the target defense. Each unit ignore 30% if the block. Passive, immune to hard CC while under Veil. This champion cannot receive crit hit while under Veil. That's pretty strong. This is strong passive, but the Veil condition's tough, which means you need this to happen. Like, you have to go first, right? Otherwise, she's just gonna fall over. You need accuracy. That's the problem. But I guess you have ignore resistance, so you don't need crazy amounts of accuracy, but you do need some accuracy to land the debuffs, and then you can benefit from those debuffs with the damage form. So for me, it's probably just gonna build it as a damage dealing champion with a little bit of accuracy, because you're gonna focus on this this form as opposed to the first form. That'll be my general suggestion. Usually you favor the second form because you have to assume that you get locked out of your first form. So most people focus on their second forms. I think we'll get like a 1 week break, meaning like this week, right? It's just, it's not a lot, but it's 1 week. Make sure you guys get your clan quests and stuff. We do have energy in the shop this week, which is kind of nice. This is 5-star, right? 5-star glyph. Get some of this. This is like the most expensive rare mat. So we got 1,000 energy here. That's kind of nice. Dust. Gonna hold off on that. Claim the chest. Check out our stream luck here. That's okay. And two ancient shards. Not the best, but okay. All right. Let's see. Still getting the prism. Spider gets a lot of silver too. I have the energy. I'm gonna see if I can get Chalco. All right. Good luck. Pulled Basim from a single ancient shard. Looks like I'm in the easy turning group. I should get his soul. Nice. That's always nice. Yeah, Basim doesn't seem like he just doesn't seem very great. There's not a lot of hype around him, But he has limited roles, to be honest. AoE damage dealer with a little bit of utility with the block actives. Could be okay, but Vancora has gear. He has gear. I just finished off the Centranos for the month. So that was kind of nice. We're really stuck at one of the last levels, the Taras stage. So I'm happy I got through it. Just had to sit down and actually do it. Is there an embargo later? No. I don't think so. Is there an embargo later? Let me see. Nope. There is not. Usually on CVC there's not. Do you really think we will get a break? Valentine's Day are not over yet. March 4th is the last day. Yeah, so March 4th is probably the day that we're probably gonna get something, a new event, I think. Yeah, March 4th. So maybe the fusion starts on the 5th. Yeah. So we get this week off. That's it. And then we'll probably hear. Actually, you know what? We'll probably hear about the fusion this weekend or before this weekend, and then I'll probably get my hands to. I'll get my hands on the test server stuff over the weekend. That's my guess. My guess. My guess. But generally that's how it works for them. Um, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Don't you think a Solinar event could be coming this weekend to finish off Valentine's? Well, if they did do that, that would be pretty bad. I would say that would be pretty bad placement of the events for them, because how much engagement did they miss out on by people skipping the 5-star Solinar, right? Because nobody has them. But if you put an event out to get the champion first, then you get way more engagement to get this 5-star soul. So why would they do it the other way, where they offer the soul first and then have the champion later on? Doesn't really make too much sense from a participation standpoint, but maybe from a FOMO standpoint, it makes sense to them. I don't know. I don't think so. I think people hoping for Solinar in a guaranteed event, I think it's like a little bit of hopium. Like I think there's no reason to think that he should show up. He's just too good. He's too good to be a guarantee, I think. What is the best blessing for Predator? Probably Lightning Cage to protect the Veil, maybe? Not too sure. Maybe it's not Lightning Cage. Think about that for a second. Is it Lightning Cage? What do you guys think? I don't have Predator myself, personally speaking. So I haven't tested him with a wide range of blessings or anything, but I guess his built-in evade protects him from his veil getting stripped off. Am I running? Oh, I'm running Faction Wars. What's happening right now? Events. How you build the Red Hope for Chimera? Would you go damage build or 9-piece protection? I did a showcase on Cecilia, and I tried her in both builds. I tried her in the 9-piece protection, and I tried her in full damage. The team did better with full damage because she can actually do quite a bit of damage. But it depends who you're buffing up, right? Like if you're giving a 9-piece protection set for a champion, you got to make sure that the rest of your team can really benefit from it. But yeah, so maybe the team I used her in wasn't the best for a 9-piece protection. But for her in a damage build, she did really well. What is this? Gear Hunters? So dungeon diving. So 25. That is so stingy. There is nothing here. There is nothing worth looking at. Good morning, John. Someone in your vid predicts there will be a meta, fusion, or anniversary, then immediately running old fusions to maximize profit. What I heard about the old fusion was that they would be offering a choice of fusions that you did not complete. That's what I heard. I don't know what I heard, where I heard that from, but that's what I heard. Um, so you guys can take that with a grain of salt or whatever. But yeah, I don't know when they're gonna put it. They're probably gonna put it the most advantageous time for them, of course. That's usually how it works. And for the anniversary event, it could be anything. It could be anything. Last two anniversary events were quite good because it's just recent memory kind of thing. But we have to assume that it's going to be good, because otherwise people are not going to give a shit about it. Not going to lie. Nobody's going to give a shit about it if it's bad, right? Yeah, hopefully it's good. I don't know what they're going to do, but they haven't really said anything too much yet. So we just have to wait and see. And there's nothing coming today. So a user and spider. Blessings have turned into necessities for champions. No blessing makes your champ much weaker. Yeah, 100%. Hey, Matthew. The power of your champion give any indication that you're gearing them correctly. So the power basically, so first of all, mythical champions, they basically have two champions power put into one, right? So this is, Lei Mikage, 244. It's, it's basically two champions in one. Um, but the stat that skews this is resistance. So resistance really skews this. Crit rate also skews this. What I mean by that is that those stats, if you stack them up, they'll boost up the power quite a bit. So for example, here's my UDK. My UDK is a single champion, 234,000 player power, right? He has, a lot of like these stats, a lot of stats, 700 resistance. Resistance just bumps up the stats, right? And then Lady Mikage here, who's a mythical champion, 244. She has resistance too. She has a good amount of resistance too. Here's another example. Oh, Donnie has no gear on, but so my Donnie is 200,000 player power, right? He's a normal regular champion, but because he has tons of resistance, his stats are quite high, right? So like my Marius, like 160,000 player power, but he's like my best geared champion on my account, right? 160. Empress, he's a damage dealer. He's a mythical, 213. Um, Rose has no gear. Lydia, non-mythical. She's got bit of resistance, bit of accuracy, 160k. But yeah, it's the player power doesn't really matter, or the champion power doesn't matter. It's mostly skewed towards like resistance, crit rate, and I think attack also. So if you have a high attack champion, attack stat champion, then it's gonna do. Oh, like look at this! Look at Carnage. Look at Carnage's player power. It's just insane. 338. Whoa! I actually didn't know it's that high. But I think it's his secondary form. The secondary form is like a lot of stats here. I guess it's not that much stats. I don't know. 8K? I don't know. Who is better revive to match Predator? There's not many, like, because Predator has block revive. That's the big problem for him, right? The block revive is really, really punishing. I'm not sure who you would bring in. The best one would be to bring in champions that can protect themselves from dying from his single target hit. So like anything that hold on. So Hunter's Mark is the issue. Hunter's Mark. So Hunter's Mark. Or the Hunter's Gaze or whatever. That's the thing that makes him super strong, because the Hunter's Gaze allows him to bypass a bunch of stuff. Here it is. Damage dealt to a champion under a Hunter's Gaze cannot be decreased, blocked, redirected, or transferred. This is applied only to damage dealt directly by skills. Damage dealt to the champion under Hunter's Gaze will ignore unkillable, block damage, increase defense. So it ignores all this stuff. So you need to protect yourself from this, the Hunter's Gaze. Because if he lands it on you, and then he can go through all this shit, right? Um, and then he'll block revive, and then that's gonna be it. So, yeah, Predator right now is a really tough customer. Can you do videos on the purple area bosses for Grim Forest? Those areas, I mean, if you can reach it, it's generally not too bad. But yes, some of those areas are a little bit more difficult. I agree. Um, but I don't know if a video is fully necessary for that. I think, personally speaking, but we grab some stuff. Oh, that sucks. Raph is missing some here. Oh, we got some red mats today. That's nice. Do you know how much time we have to craft the wings of winter relics? They're always going to stay there. So if you have the material, you can get the relics. What are the top 10 damage dealers in the game in order? Um, I'd have to think about that. To be like, are you talking about like top damage? Top. I have to think about that. Like overall best damage dealers, or like just strictly talking about damage, best damage output. Deer Hunters is so bad. Yeah, it does look like it. Let's see. I don't have any of the past fusions. Which one should I prioritize? I would say the best fusion is probably Newt. Newt's the best fusion because he can make the Hardfire Knight much easier. He's also really good against a lot of bosses. The only place where he's not great is Arena. But yeah, he opens the door for a lot of different areas. And we're dead. So this wave is very problematic. This wave of Shadowkins is super problematic. Eat that wave. $100K is from the soul alone. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, you need a big soul, that's for sure. Big soul gives you a lot of stats. Let's go. Hey, talk to you. Yeah, it's that's why like Alsgar is here, right? Alsgor is here. Without Alsgor, that second wave just becomes ridiculous. This is like it's a doable full auto stage, but it's gonna take a couple tries. That's the problem. So I just want to manual through this part first. Once we get to the boss, it's gonna be fine. It just takes a long time too. The hard faction wars for you guys. Use Odin. Oh, I see. Okay, so here. So I think I mean just protect our group. Deal some turn meter. At least that works, right? No, that doesn't work. Oh, oh, now everybody's feared. Okay, place block damage. There you go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Oh no. Oh no, all our stuff got stripped off. Look at this fucking stupid wave, man. This stupid wave. Fuck, the fear too. Oh my god, the fear. Kill this guy, please. We lost our reviver. Fuck. Okay. Fuck this stage, right? How much points do you earn in normal CVC affect the personal rewards tier you're in? Uh, it doesn't. So your normal CVC performance does not affect your personal rewards. Purple area, I just redrawing my champions so I get the best ones I want. Just be patient. Bad question because we build them different. Not every nuker has damage. Boots, for instance. Shredder is amazing. I've been using mine more and more because people who haven't. Actually, I just recorded a video yesterday where I was playing against Shredder, and I lost to him because I didn't. I totally forgot about his passive that guarantees his evade after he sustains, I don't know, like 20% damage or something, 20% hit. So I totally forgot about that, and then that's pretty much how I lost. So sometimes you bring in a champion that you're just not familiar with, and then you don't play optimally against that champion, and it works out in your favor. So somebody like Shredder, like for me, it definitely cost the fight in that fight for sure. So Thor's so good, man. I make sure I kill this guy. How come Armans didn't steal the turn meter from that group? That's what I'm curious about. How come he didn't do it? Like, I get that he can't stun everybody, but how come he couldn't steal the turn meter from everybody? Is there a champion that prevents that on their group? Like, is it this guy, this Tatsu guy? Get rid of that guy. He's gonna get rid of him, man. He's freaking big ass trouble. Okay. Block damage. Decrease speed. Come on, land it. There we go. All right, we killed the guy. Thank God. That guy's an absolute menace, man. This guy's a menace too. Jin Wan. Get rid of him. See, look how easy it is. It's so easy with this. The what is it? Tatatsu, right? When he's dead, it's so easy. Okay, I think at this stage we probably can go full auto. I think. Hoping. Come on, there we go. Decrease speed. All right, we're just gonna let it go full auto here. Let's see. Yeah, it does work full auto for me too. It just fails a few times. Is there any information about past fusions that we can do? No informations, nothing concrete or anything like that. Past fusion should be part of the pool. I agree. I mean, like, why not have like a rotating fusion? Rotating permanent fusion. Why not? I mean, you know, hopefully it's better than the what is it? The market. There's a market that allows you to exchange 5 duplicates for one champion. I forgot what it's even called. It's like non-content in the game. I forgot what it's even called. Um, some kind of market. Some kind of market. But they could do something like that, right? Where they have a rotating permanent fusion to help people out, you know. Why not? Why not? I don't know. So people will always be active, right? People will always be active. There's always some activity, right? So if people don't like a current fusion, a new fusion, they can always do an old fusion if they wanted to, right? Hard faction war is so hard compared to other PvE modes. Can clear hearts and trials. forget about hard faction wars. Damn purple boss. Yeah, on some of the some of the bosses I'm stuck. Like level 14 on two factions, two or three factions, I'm like straight up stuck. I don't know. It's just it's still so hard, man. Like you get like buff, debuff swaps. You got the strips, you got the HP you know, health swap at the end. Like the guy has like everything. The guy has like everything to deal with you. Um and then you need damage. You need to bring damage on top of that, right? So it's like you can't just whittle them down with like brimstone and just stay alive and stuff like that. So I don't know. Yeah, some of the bosses are just a little bit too hard. Um, but it is what it is. Like VR, yes, so obnoxious, but I can also clear everything else, and now my champ training is around the niche champs needed for faction war. Hey Buzz, thoughts on the quality of life ideas? Should they make it that you can't get the same rework ascension bonus twice? That would be nice. Yeah, it's been mentioned. That's for sure been mentioned because people have complained. People have complained about that because it's significant, right? Especially when you're like going deep on one piece. It's significant. So people have mentioned that, but I don't think they're going to do anything about that. It's just kind of part of the RNG process. It's part of the getting screwed process, right? Because sometimes you can get lucky, like you can get on your first try, um, and then sometimes you get screwed. So that's just kind of part of the game, I think. I hope Raid fixes the rosin fusion so as I can't summon Blood Feather, error appears when I try. Next time that happens, I mean, you could screenshot that and send it to support. That sounds like a pretty specific situation, and they can probably help you out. Token trader, thank you. See, I don't even know what it's called. It's like dead content. I need a suggestion. Plarium should have DT secret rooms drop life tokens, and then you collect all the fragments. You would be great if you grind a Lego once or twice a year. Yeah, why not? Why not? That's a good idea, right? Like, why not? There's really no reason why they don't, start giving them away, uh, like once a year. Like it's not gonna kill them to give one token trader champion away once a year. You know what I mean? Even twice a year, and that's fully grinding the secret rooms, which not everyone's gonna do, right? So I don't know what to say. I mean, they could make the token trader, better. They can make a lot, ways to get the tokens, get the champions better. Um, but honestly, I don't really think this game suffers from champion acquisition. There's so many champions in the game, and so many of them are good, and you don't need there's not many areas in this game where you must have certain champions. Yes, there is some. Don't get me wrong, there is some areas where there is a must have champion, but there's not that many. So I feel like getting the champion is not the hard part, and it's not really the problem for Raid, but it's basically like trying to build them out beyond getting them. I feel like most people get champions relatively quickly, easily. Even when you start the game, you get a bunch of legendaries right away, you get a bunch of epics and stuff. But building them out is the hard part, right? You building them out with blessings, you get, the books for them. It's just, I think that's the hard part, and I think that's probably where of course they make the money from the shards, but they make probably a shit ton of money from the building out stuff as well, like the prism, like sorry, the soul stones, the mythical books, like when people pull mythicals, it's just like, well, you're paying for each one of those books too, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where would you rank Solinar for top damage dealers? I mean, for Arena right now, he's definitely going to be a good Arena pick most of the time. His weakness is getting locked out and playing around his turn meter stuff, but it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to play around his turn meter A1. Um, You could also hard CC him, so somebody like Fabian, somebody like Armans can shut him down, right? So he's not protected from that stuff. Wait, actually, is he protected from sheep debuff? His A2. Can you sheep Solinar if his A2 is off cooldown? I never tested that, and I've never seen it in action yet. So it does say, prevent debuffs, but I wonder. You buy souls more often than I buy any kind of shard. Immune to all debuffs. So you can't sheep him. Well, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. He's immune to the sheep. I was thinking like, oh, maybe it bypasses it somehow, but oh wow, we got mythical mats. Okay. Yeah, so Solinar, I think you can lock him out. So the top lockouts right now are like Crixia and Fabian. So you can lock him out. And that's gonna make him less effective, but he's still gonna be really good. Not too sure. But he's gonna be really good. Predator is gonna be really good right now. So those are probably the best non-void. And then Marius, of course, is very good. So those three are the top non-void. No, sorry, non-mythical damage dealers. Probably in arena right now. Um, you want to think about a little bit more in terms of non-mythical champions. I don't know. I gotta think about that a little bit. Mm. What do you guys think for the non-mythical damage dealers for the event? Did I mess this up? What happened here? How come? How come it's not over? Am I fighting the wrong stage? What? Hey, Solo, what's up, man? I don't spend much because every pack feels like a bad deal. If they had better packs, I would buy $20 for 2 to 1 or 1 or 2 sacreds. Yeah, the packs are quite expensive in this game. Whoa, what the heck happened? How come I didn't kill this guy? Maybe I missed decreased defense or something. You guys are geared out, right? This one's a little bit slow, but still should be good. 3 of them there. 4 of them. Oh, no, that should be good. 77, 73, 70. Yeah, what the heck? Maybe I missed decreased defense or something. Let's check the setup. That was almost a fail. Yeah, it's all set up properly. Stage 20. Prism Soul worth it? Probably not worth it. If you have to ask if it's worth it, it's probably not worth it. Dude, I have no idea, man. Solinar, he's good. He's good. He's gonna be meta. And yeah, it's scary to play against him. For non-voids, Marius, he's still top. Predator, Solinar, and that's about it. I mean, for non-mythical champions, who else do you have? You have Taras, not that great anymore. By himself. Solinar's there. Nobody from here. Barbarians, Ogrins, Lizardmen, Skinwalkers. That's just really just Marius. Nope, nobody from the orcs. Demon spawn. Oh, Volcanos could be good. I mean, Volcanos is a very strong non-mythical champion, non-mythical damage dealer. The cat could be really strong too if you have like a really strong cat. He could be really strong. He's pretty good against Empress. Nobody here. I mean, Narcissus, not really, right? Like, kind of out of it. Similar to how Taras is kind of out of it. He's kind of out of it. Georgia, I mean, been a long time since Georgia was in it. I mean, Leo still works if you have the turtle offense team, but for live arena, it's kind of hard. And then for Sylvan Watchers, it's like nobody. She's good. She's in the 10x or the 15x right now. Vestel. Yeah, she's amazing. Actually, she hits really hard. The problem with her is that she has no way to survive. This is the only bit of survivability she has, and it's a damage reduction. Not good enough, right? For attack based damage dealer with 14k HP. It's just not good enough. Then that's it. So for non mythical champions, there's not really that much options. Marius solo hard 10. You guys, are you talking about like Slayer gear, Slayer builds? Is that what's happening? I don't have Slayer gear, so it's not gonna work for me. Volcanos is hard to get than mythical. Yeah, probably. Yeah, Volcanos. Yeah, he's really good, but hard to get. Hmm. Mm, good morning, Arashi. I don't. I don't see it, man. I played with Arashi before with the on the test server, and I didn't experience any kind of slapping, any kind of slapping potential from Arashi. Ayasu, yeah, Ayasu's good. Like he can play in PVE and stuff like that, and he's pretty good. In that regard, he's kind of better than Georgid because Ayasu can actually play pretty well like in Hydra, whereas Georgid won't be good there. Um, but if we're talking like top arena damage dealers, Ayasu's probably not going to be there. Volcanos not really good these days. Is that because of Mercurio? Isn't it better to run Marius with food from his faction or Sulfurion plus food? Volcanos with food. Does Sulfurion um go through? Does Sulfurion solo it? Is that what's happening? I don't know. I haven't really like thought about it too hard. But Sulfurion with 4 Lizardmen can do it? I don't know. Newt or Thor or Fabian to revisit Fusion next month. If you don't have a Newt, it's probably going to be Newt, but Fabian is going to be really good for PvE purposes. If you're trying to do that. Sorry, where am I using Sulfurion? Sulfurion. Sorry, who said Sulfurion? My Marius does not have Slayer gear, so any kind of Slayer build to solo hard 10 is not going to happen. So. Narcissus is a great counter to Predator. People don't know that. Lethal. Lethal. Crushing Rend works. So Marius works on hard 10 by himself. Do I need anything specific here? What am I looking for? I guess I need like Life Drinker. Is that like this is the key, right? I need Life Drinker. Wallmaster, don't have him. Marius and 6P Slayer. Yeah, I mean all his attacks are AoE, so you're gonna get the ignore defense. Okay. You have Wixwell, is Titus better? Or Newt still a better choice? Titus is strictly for like clash points, right? If you don't care about clash points, or if clash points is not the big progress marker for your account, then you have to look somewhere else. Like you have to make sure you can farm all the best areas, right? All the bosses, you gotta make sure you can farm the highest dungeons. Then you give a shit about clash points, to be honest, because Titus is pretty one-dimensional. You know, Therion solo hard 10 without Slayer? I don't think so. But with Slayer, he can do it with pretty low stats. Nice is a great counter. Think about Torment if we can get him for the Hilvy combo. Marius with Donnie can farm it with food. Yeah, that's not going to work. I think I need Life Drinker, so I'm going to change my masteries, which I should have changed a long time ago, actually, to be honest. Change his masteries. Oops. Hmm. Probably accuracy. Okay. All right, let's try it out. Yeah, I guess it's gonna work. Oh, is it gonna work? I don't know if it's gonna work, man. Oh, he full healed. It's kind of dicey. Kind of dicey. I don't know. What do you guys think? Feels kind of dicey there. I hope Plarion doesn't have us vote as community on past fusions to do next month. Please allows us to fuse. Yeah. uh, Living Proof mirrors can solo without Slayer gear. Trying to prioritize who gets my best gear. Should I put them on Turtles or Solnar and Aldula? Um, I mean, Solnar is gonna be really good in live arena. I think the turtle team is really good, like offensively for like classic arena, if that's what you're trying to do. So it really depends which format. Um, I don't know. I think the turtle team is very strong, but the getting the turtle team into live arena is very hard. So that's probably not going to work for you. Um, okay, let's do some. Let's try that again. Try that again. We need to do this. I have a pretty slow phantom team. I haven't really messed around with this for a long time, for at least like 18 months or something. But they like Kaimar, like it's not even preset properly. Kaimar just randomly did his reset. So shows how much I really farmed this, or how much I really care about farming this dungeon. Should optimize this. Ezio not bad for PvE. Yeah, he's not bad. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good free champion, to be honest. Fortunate enough to have Star Sage, so this tournament is easy. Solos in 3 or 4 turns. Really? 3 or 4 turns? How's that possible? Life Drinker. Upgrade bonuses if fail. I have him lead off with the A2. Okay. Maybe that's the thing. My Titus team can't do more than 2.5 billion damage in Hydra. How do some do more damage? I use Wix, Titus, Lamasu, Makage, Donnie, Hatter. Uh, that sounds pretty much like the same team that I use. I guess you just run it full auto. If you're running it full auto with Lamasu, it's not going to be great. So like, yeah, for like my Chimera teams, I actually just ran my Chimera yesterday. Oh, we're talking Hydra. I ran my Hydra teams yesterday too. So yeah, so this is my Hydra team. Oh, it looks like it's the same as what you're running. I did 10.27, and the run ended around 800 turns because Titus got eaten. So he got eaten like, near the end, but I probably could have squeezed out maybe another 2 billion. So for this team, like my cap is around 12 or 13 billion. But it's like a full manual run, right? If I don't manual it, it's like three maybe, 4 or 5, somewhere around there. Use Wix as your lead. Yeah, you could change that. It doesn't really matter. It depends where you want the stats. Like obviously Wix in the front, you get a little bit more defense damage from the Titus. Doesn't really matter. I use Lamasu for the speed lead, but that probably doesn't matter too much either. Uh, Off topic, I noticed you have Incenza. Curious how you built her and what you're using her for. Feels like she's a hidden gem. I used her quite a bit. She's pretty good for like Hydra. I have her built in a 9-piece protection set because she does land 4 buffs, so she can give one champion 20% extra damage. The other popular set you can use on her is 9-piece Feral set because she does land 3 debuffs, so that's 15% extra damage. Otherwise, you can use her like probably reflex or relentless, so you can get extra turns out of her, get extra buffs and stuff. That could work too. Yeah, generally just fast with accuracy. Next IP collab probably won't be until the summer, I think. But never know. I don't know. They came in pretty fast with the Predator, and then right away with the Assassin's Creed, so they're probably doing pretty good with those IP stuff. Test this out again. I don't know why. Actually, somebody said start with the A2, so I can start with the A2 first. But yeah, this looks promising. What am I doing? Demos areas for open. Oh, you're doing manual as well? Um, at a certain point, it just comes down to it comes down to like a little bit of like the setup. Like you want the hit to go on the champion with like cruelty stacks, all the debuff stacks. Um, you want everything, and then you hit in with the Titus. That's kind of how it works. And also Hex. You need to apply Hex to everybody so that the damage kind of spreads out. Um, so yeah, you just have to make sure you have all of that in place while you're doing the big hits. And then the refreshes, of course. So there is like some mental thinking where you have to think about like who's getting the refresh, when do I use Donnie's refresh, etc., etc. I think this works pretty well. Just use 3 newts, yeah. Oh yeah, all dwarves. Oh, that worked out pretty well. 4 turns. Nice, it works, yeah. Yay, it works. That's great. Mikage Chimera. I don't use Mikage and Chimera. Actually, no, wait. Sorry, I do. I do. I use her with Titus. And what do? I do have a video on that, I think. I do have a video on that. It's around Titus. So if you search on my channel, like just search Titus, you'll probably find it. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for the suggestion. I know Maris could do it, but like I was always thinking Slayer gear. So I never really considered just throwing him in here without Slayer gear. One champ to change your account is Neve for PvP. Yeah, Neve is definitely like my best pull from last year, I think. I pulled her last year and she's been absolutely amazing. For me, like I basically pick her every single arena fight. She's just so good. And then she's probably gonna be my next 6-star champion. I kind of like delayed a little bit on getting her 5-star, and I was like thinking like, I think she's worth it for the 6-star because 6-star life harvest is pretty nice. Oh, Mikage with another damage dealer. I might have one with Marius, but obviously you run Mikage with Ninja. That's gonna be the big one. Um, I'm not sure. I have to check, but can't really check right now. Guess we'll run some of this. Oh no, we need bags. Did I not buy bags? Didn't buy bags. And I think this CVC not going well right now. Hmm. All right, man. Uh, is this team Mikage featuring? Nope. Actually, I don't think I have it. I don't think I have anything with Mikage. I don't think I have anything with Mikage. The video. because I never had my ninja fully built out, so I never really used my Kage that much in Chimera. Like my ninja is like a 4-star, and it's kind of, or sorry, 5-star now, but he was pretty low for a long time because I was focusing on other champions. So he wasn't really my main champion for Chimera like ever. But yeah, I can't find anything on Mikage. I think I have Mikage with Titus only most recently. 7K defense on Neve. Yep, she's great. Neve is amazing champion. Use 2 and Fire hard to get your time down if you need. Yep. Should I be selling off gear without speed? I'm having trouble deciding what to keep as best gear. What's your practice? I don't specifically target chat. I don't specifically target. Oh fuck! I lost. Damn, that sucks. But no, I don't specifically target gear with no speed. So what happens is that you want speed on the sets that require speed, right? So if you can imagine yourself building um like a damage dealer, for example, and you have a lethal piece with no speed on it, but you have great offensive stats. That piece is still useful, right? Think about it that way. That piece is still useful. But if you have a piece that is like from a speed set, for example, with no speed, then that piece is no longer useful, right? You have the, like, for example, if you have like, I'll use Merciless as a example. It's a limited set, so you don't get a lot of it. Um, so you could have, sorry, I'll move my head. So you could have like look at this piece. You can have a piece like this with no speed on it, but it has pretty good offensive stats, right? It's a 6-star mythical piece. It has a roll and crit damage, double roll and crit rate, and a roll and attack. It's quite a bit of extra damage. It's also double statted, so it could work for attack and it could work for a champion that utilizes both of these stats, like Garrow, for example. It doesn't have speed, which is bad, but this piece is not a sell because it has great offensive stats in a offensive set, an exclusive offensive set. So it's still a keep for me, right? But if you had that same piece in the speed set, like that piece is done because if you're looking at the speed set, you're looking for speed stats. And then you kind of use that kind of idea throughout everything. So for example, if you were using like a stun set, you want your champion to be fast, right? You want your champion to be fast. So if it doesn't have speed, it's probably no good because you have a slow stun champion. It's probably not going to be very good. And most of the time for stun set, you put it on a support champion, right? So usually support champions want support stats. So you want good supporting stats with your speed. So accuracy, HP, defense, you kind of want those kind of stats with your speed, right? And that's kind of how it goes, like the general idea of how to do it. You want the matching stats match the set that you're probably that you're going to use on the champion, right? Hope that helps. Yeah, my Nieme or Neve. I'm used to calling her Nieme, but her proper pronunciation is Neve. But yeah, mine is 4-star blessed. I have a crit damage amulet, so I could cut that out and just give her more defense. But I kind of like that she can hit. Sometimes she's like the last person, and I need her to finish off something, so she can be a damage dealer, I guess. Did you take a look at the High Keeper Prison skill and tell me if it combos well with Predator? Isn't she like a buff champion that sends in your strongest nuker or something? Before attacking, remove all buffs on the target. Ally with the highest crit damage. So assuming you have Predator joining on the attack, the ally joining will use the defense skill and ignore 35% of target's defense. I mean, yeah, it's good. Places increased attack, perfect veil. if you're talking about this, the Veil's good. The increased attack won't help the Predator. And then this is his own ability, stealing stuff. I mean, he's fine. He's in, he can enable the Predator to do more damage. His passive's interesting, but it's not a high percentage. If this was like 100%, this would be pretty strong. But yeah, 40% is not high enough. What do you have in Mercurial? The only champion I have 2 champions in Mercurial, and it's gonna be Hilvy. So I did a video on Hilvy. She's pretty nuts in Mercurial. But she's not the only champion that can be nuts in Mercurial. A lot of champions are nuts in Mercurial. The other champion I have in Mercurial is actually Michelangelo. So I use Michelangelo in my turtle team. He has taunt, right? So taunt's going to, soak up some hits, like force people to attack Michelangelo. He also has evade as well. So when he taunts the enemy's going to attack. He has a chance to evade. And he has the shield, which protects him. And he has the 9-piece Mercurial stack, which will protect him. So he just has high levels of protection. So I figured this Michelangelo build gives the rest of the turtles time to like basically break down the defense. And it's built for damage too. Like it has a little bit of damage. It's not fully crit capped because my gear at this level is not that great. But yeah, he works. But I also have all my Mercurial gear. I haven't rolled it up yet after this month. So I just cleared this month. Cleared all the bosses, cleared hard or whatever. So you can kind of see all the gear here. I haven't rolled it all up. I haven't sorted it all through. So I can definitely gear out more champions. It's just, sorting out which is the best pieces and all that. Mm, does the update on the Swift Parry and deflection come after next Sunday? Not sure when it's gonna come. They didn't specify. Irish version, yeah. Irish is called Neve. He needs more speed. Man, I've had people tell me that I've seen some Neves where they're pushing like 100k HP. Um I've seen some Neves where they're pushing 100k HP, like obviously +4, 6 stars and all that stuff. And they give up a bit of defense, and it's kind of like, why do you have Neve so high? And then they said to protect themselves from dying against champions that go through block damage. But then if you have your champion, if your Neve health pool is so high, it's gonna be hard to activate this passive, right? Because you gotta bring it down to 50%. So it kind of works against the passive, which is kind of weird. And yes, you can, getting her faster is good because she can cycle through her skills and, obviously cycle through the block damage and stuff, so she can get it up more often. Yeah, I just don't have that great gear. Like most of my gear here is like epic, right? Epic level, so I just don't have the right stats. Yeah, welcome. Thank you guys. Thank you. 4 resets so you can stabilize your rank. A few hours before. We have to use gems sometimes or save daily. Tag team reset are close. Yeah, if you want to advance, you need to prepare yourself to play in the final hours before the reset. That's probably the best time to play, right? Oh, we have live arena live. Okay, we can do that. Just make sure everybody's geared out. I think everybody's geared out. Oh, Rotos is still fun to play with. If I can get him into a team, I would. Rotos is still fun. I still like him. He's still impactful. Sure, people are geared. Damn, full. They should make this 500. They should bump this up, man. This is too low. 400 is too low. I haven't got a single mythical from shards yet. I have around 10 primals and I guess high on mercy. So I'm playing for almost 2 years and I have 10 plus mercy on remnant. Should I pull only during 2x? I mean, since you don't know your actual mercy, then yes, you should probably pull only on 2x. But that's the thing, right? Like, you know, you go for 0.5% or you go for 1%. Like some people say it's not a big deal, and it really isn't. But if you want to give yourself the best chance at hitting, then you pull on the 2x, right? Hey Jerry, what's up, man? Make it 1K. Yeah, I can show Donnie. What are you saying 1K? You saying my Donnie's too weak? Hmm. This Carnage is problems. Carnage is problems. 10 red shards for doing live. Yes, I agree, man. I agree. I agree. I think then people would probably grind more, to be honest. People would probably grind more. Oh, look at this. Look at this lineup here. I think we dump Theodosa and then pray and then hope for the best. Did I pick 4 supports? Fuck, I did. I picked 4 supports. Okay. We get a redo here. We get a redo here. That's fine. I was like, oh, I should pick Garo. So, and then Jerry mentioned Donnie, or somebody mentioned Donnie, and then Donnie was like top of mind, and then I picked Donnie. So you guys, if you guys don't know what happened there, I picked 4 support champions, and then he got rid of my DPS champion, and then I was like, oh, I have no DPS champion, so I lost. So that's about it. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, that's one of those live moments where you're just not thinking, and then yeah, so that happened. TT Killer, nice. Okay, I don't want to pick Garo. Let's pick Garo for fun. But that means we need to remove maybe Fabian. Fabian's such a high priority ban now. I don't know. He's always been a high priority ban, but like, yeah, he's even more so now. I think. Look at this nasty stuff. Do you think we need more legendary team reset champions? Selfishly, I do. Team reset. Oh, interesting. Um, team reset. I mean, if they add too much, then it no longer becomes like a special ability, right? Team reset's pretty special. Um, so maybe not, but I don't see why not. Like, there's no need to really limit it anymore. Well, Fabian's gonna be really strong. He's just really strong against Mercurial, right? So he's a top pick. So you see him all the time get picked really high. Um, and yeah, he's one of the strongest champions on my account because he's one of the 2 best lockout champions. So you got Crixia and then Fabian. Um, Fabian obviously being the non-mythical choice, but oh, that's good. Oh, that's bad. 2-turn enfeeble, get wrecked. 2-turn enfeeble. That worked out pretty well. I need a refresh here. No, I need a cleanse here, or I need Geralt to get a turn. No cleanse, unfortunately. Okay, Geralt gets a turn. Maybe we'll kill everybody. We might kill ourselves. Damn. I think we have to do it anyways. Yeah. Damn it. I have the wand on the horse. Oh, we get a hit off. Oh, he lost his damage dealer. That's big. He just lost his damage dealer. This Fabian's gonna kill us. This CC. Yeah, wand does have to go higher up in your team order so that you get the benefits of it, right? I don't know. This is gonna be close. No, I think it's over now. We got him. Yeah, there we go. That's a pretty interesting fight. All right, 6-star mythical gear. That's nice. Holy Mikage Fusion Epics is trying to get void legendaries from mystery shards. Not that bad, is it? Armand's Fabian are not sure what they cook up for this anniversary. Do you have Glacea? She does pretty good countering Fabian. Yeah, actually, I do have Glacea, and I agree. She does do pretty good. The odd time that I see her, she actually is quite strong. Mythical Fusion. Um, Fabian is in my fastest gear, so he's like this. Yeah, 450, 642 accuracy. Running the Stagnator. He gets extra speed when he provokes, and when he CCs you. Gets extra accuracy when he's trying to increase your cooldowns. He's running the banner and accuracy on the masteries. For Donnie on a 4-star blessing. I'm working towards the 6-star for him. I think. And yeah, Donnie's just high resistance, 840 resistance. He's running the heart to protect everybody. Where gains resistance when people are attempting to CC him. And then some additional protection from the gems. Running cruelty, I don't know why. Probably for Titus purposes, but I probably should change this up to something else. Maybe, I don't know, life harvest or something. Something else, but yeah, cruelty maybe not the best. But yeah, once he gets to the 5-star, then he's gonna get a good chunk of resistance, which is gonna help him out a little bit for that build. So over 900 resistance. 2 Fabians. Mm, I mean, yeah, one really fast and one in Stone Skin. That's pretty much what you would do. Or maybe one in Mercurial. That could work too. Mythical Argonite. That'd be interesting. That would be interesting. I don't think they need to make it a mythical. They can make it an Argonite, and I think people would still probably go pretty crazy for it. So I don't have great, like, you can kind of see here, like he picked Fabian and he picked Hilvi, and then my roster just doesn't have much in terms of like support champions. Um, like I could go for Sifi. Sifi is like kind of protection against against the freezing. Like I do have a protection set on the Sifi that might work. Block debuffs also works against the Carnage. Oh, so he took Sifi too? What? He's like reading my mind. Reading my mind here. Um hmm. If I go Cavalax, does that work? I have to dump one of these guys. Who am I gonna dump? Carnage or Leo? Leo maybe doesn't do enough damage without any turtle buddies. He doesn't have ignore defense. Maybe doesn't do enough. I don't know. But Donnie saved Marius there. Mercurial here. Well, this is not working out very well for me. So can't get a turn. Can't get a turn. Constantly getting locked out here. So didn't do anything on that fight. You have decent chrono gear for Fabian. Chrono? Um, I don't think not decent enough. Like I'd be giving up a lot of stats, that's for sure. Live arena is miserable. As I mean, probably a bad draft on my part. This could be a miserable fight though. Yeah, yeah, that's Predator. Predator's gonna be tough. Yeah, it's still 1 star. We'll take our chances. Nieme is better. Sorry, Neve is better, I think. That sucks. Mercurial, look at this. 9-piece Mercurial Seafy, 9-piece Mercurial Galathier. See, the Mercurial train is happening already. Hey, welcome, man. Welcome. Yesterday, I played against somebody with 3 damage dealers in 9-piece Mercurial, and it was just like just ridiculous. Mm, I mean, we're probably gonna get block revived here. That's the thing. We're just gonna hold on to this magma stack. Maybe that'll keep me alive. I don't know, but yeah, we're probably gonna die here to one of these block revives. So he went block buffs, and then I killed myself on the magma shield. Wow, so good. What are we losing to here? Surprising to see Sifi show up in 2 of these fights, but Donnie, he's in Stone Skin Relentless with resistance. Predator weak to decrease defense. Really? Why is he weak? I mean, any champion could be weak to decrease defense, right? Oh yeah, more fun stuff. More fun stuff about to happen. Well, my Donnie has 840 resistance. But resistance is going to come down to whatever level you play at. All right. Got a little lucky his Predator is so weak. He couldn't one-shot my Empress. But yeah, I mean, this kind of shows you bringing in the 2 damage dealers kind of makes sense too nowadays, especially with so many block revives. Predator is so OP. Thought about buying it for $40. Too much for a champion. Like if you're a whale, $40 for a meta champion is ridiculously cheap. So yeah, Predator I think is a regrettable. It's a regrettable decision from Plarium, to be honest, because it's too cheap. They just gave away a meta champion for like peanuts. Like for a whale, like for a Kraken player that pays like hundreds and thousands of dollars for meta champions, like they just gave one away for $40. It's way too cheap. So they're probably gonna regret that because now they have to make another champion, right? They have to make another champion to deal with the Predator or to deal with or another meta champion, right? Like people are using Predator over, mythical champions. And that's not, something that I'm sure they intended. So mm, better investment than shards. Oh, for sure. Way better investment than shards. Oh, and core does not have. Solinar, yeah. He's another he's gonna be another problem too. Yep, Newt is almost mandatory. Yep. Let's try the A3. Yeah, that's good. I was thinking to trigger the Sigfrin here, but it kind of worked out perfectly because we got the block damage up. I think this works. There we go. Then we'll use the AoE right after. That worked out pretty well. There you go. Rest in peace, Mr. Nice. Mm-hmm. Why no use Mythical Joan? This guy's got his crazy Stormcaller kill. That's it. That's it. Siegfried is by himself. Mercurial made Marius meta. I wasn't even using mine before. Now mine's super fast. Stone skin to strip. You weren't using your Marius? Increases only deal. Go through your thought process when selecting champions in LA. I mean, your first and second picks are usually like the best, your best champions in terms of just like overall usage. So usually it's best to like invest in champions that are generally good. So for example, Marius is a generally good damage dealer, and then Fabian's a very generally good support champion. For me personally speaking, I have more like you have to know your roster too, right? So for myself, I have more damage dealers and I do good supports. So lately, I've been prioritizing picking my best supports earlier than my damage dealers. So that's kind of what I've been trying to do a little bit. Emrys, he's one of my best damage dealers as well. So getting him or Marius into a fight is pretty important. Um, and then Neve is also one of my best support champions. So getting her in there as well is very important. Uh, and then you have to play against what your opponent picks, right? So he has block buffs, so Garo's not going to be very good. He has strips, Garo's not going to be very good. He has lockouts, so non-mythical champions are not going to be very good against the Crixia. So you just kind of have to play around it a little bit, like play around what he's got, and then you just have to have stuff like kind of built out and ready to go, right? Like for me, like maybe Carnage sees some play here. Carnage can be pretty good in these long, drawn out fights where Carnage can remove buffs and stuff. So I'm just gonna do Carnage here. Carnage, Empress, and then our ban is gonna come down to he's probably going to try to go through the block damage. So I'm probably just gonna get rid of this chicken. And then we'll take our chances here against the Marius. That's about it. Yeah, it's there's more thought involved if you have more options, right? If you have more options, you can pick more optimally. But when you don't have options, you kind of just pick your best and then just hope for the best, right? You can't counter everything. You know, you can't play perfectly when you don't have everything. And even for myself, I don't have everything. So I just pick the best that I have a lot of times. Um, yeah. And that's kind of like you kind of work on that stuff, right? Like you like, oh, I need a counter for this, so I'm gonna build this guy up, like that kind of stuff. Oh, double resist, that feels bad. Where to focus area bonuses? Um, Hydra, faction wars. I need to block revive Marius. If I can block revive Marius, then the game's gonna be way easier. This might We might have a chance to block revive Marius. Yes, we do. Just lost one guy. That's okay, because you're gonna. Oh my god, it didn't work. Guys, it didn't work. Oh my god, it didn't work, guys. That was our one chance to win this fight. If we can block revive Marius, it would have been over. Fudge. Now we're kind of screwed here. I mean, what can you do? We had the chance to win. We had the opportunity right there. But looks like we're going to lose this. Yep. Yep. We're locked out, right? So we don't have a chance here. Do I need a lot of champions for Grim Forest? You need like 40, right? You need a good amount. 40 champions for the to make the deck, right? Fire Knight Hurt 10, I mean, with Newt is a lot easier, but I mean, you can definitely do it without Newt, but you need good gear. You can't do it with no gear and no champions. Like, to be honest, like that would be very difficult. Um, Doing hard Fire Knight 10 without gear and without champions. But with free champions or epics, you can definitely do hard 10. It's just gonna take you a long time, like 5-6 minutes. Even with Newt, if you're not using the E3, with Newt, it's still gonna take you a couple minutes. Hmm. Sure, let's run Garo. Why not? We'll give Garo some screen time here. My Fabian build is just fast, just speed gear. My fastest speed. Two Neldors. I'm not honestly. I prefer Creodin over Neldor, but my Fabian's 450 speed. Fuck. Good thing this Predator was weak. Just couldn't kill the Marius in one shot. There you go. Get wrecked. 200k smack. 200k smack at full health. Geralt hits pretty hard. Geralt hits pretty hard, man. Ryodan, Neldor, Fatman, Mikage, Yakaro or something. Wave's gonna be slow. Something like that would probably work. You have increased speed. You need increased speed, decreased speed, and then you need a bunch of freezes. And then turn meter boost works as well. The problem with Fat Man is that he's not a full team ally attack. He's only like 80% ally attack. So ideally you get the full team ally attack. But yeah, that's something to worry about too, right? I mean, if you're doing Fire Knight Hard 10, I don't think Fire Knight Hard 10 is mid game content, in my opinion. So now I'm just thinking about which DPS I want to bring. Probably Carnage or Garo, but Empress could also get picked too. Maybe Empress is better against the Armans. Kind of where my thinking is at right now, but 4 turtles and Volk. Nice. Here comes the Predator. Predator's gonna be everywhere. Okay. So you're also seeing this a lot more too, where you're seeing where you're seeing 3 DPS and then less supports. Hey Coxie. 195 speed, good for ninja. I mean, it's fine. It depends what content you're using it for. Like 195 is totally fine for a lot of content. It just really depends on what content you're using it for. Nice transforms. Can we kill him off? We couldn't kill him off. We couldn't kill him off. Oh, what was that? Oh my god. And it's gonna work out for him too? You kidding me, man? Oh! Hmm. He attacks on health swaps? Fuck this guy, man. Fuck this guy. Fuck this champion's fucked, man. Look, like he literally did nothing the whole fucking fight. Fuck this guy, man. Uh, hey, thanks, man. Appreciate the support. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Fred equals instaban. Fuck that guy, man. I health swapped and then he still attacked. It's like, what the hell, man? Like, I feel like that's a mistake, right? Like it's like a touchless ability. He evades it, but then why does he need to counterattack if it's like a touchless ability? I don't know. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right for that to happen. You did a review for one of my guys in clan? Okay. Hopefully it went well. MUFC. Okay. That was 7 days ago. I have to look in my file here. Yeah, Carnage is gonna be bad news for us. He's got 2 damage dealers already. You know what? Let's give the monkey a little bit of screen time here, shall we? Oh, B Money. Yeah, B Money. Yeah, his account was really good. Actually, I remember B Money. His account was good. He had good progress on it. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I just gave him some advice. And yeah, he had good understanding and a good account, so this guy the problem spot. This guy probably gonna ban Fabes. Legendary bomb poison staff. Oh, the spore burst rod or whatever. Yeah, I try to do one free one. I have a free application channel on my Discord. It's obviously very packed, but I try to pick one person per month to try to do when I have a little bit of time. But lately, it's been difficult. That's for sure. Oh, we actually stripped some of this stuff off. Decrease attack. That helps. Who are we gonna lose here? We're probably gonna lose Nieme or Neve. Everybody else seems okay. Yep, everybody else seems okay. He's got his A3, which is pretty annoying. Super annoying. He's got the A2. I get hit. Do a health swap. Hopefully kill everybody. Protect everybody. Freeze everybody. And he has no abilities. His A2, A3 are on cooldown. Oh my god. How did that not work? As much as sure he enjoyed reviewing Cat 5 6 hour time needed to compensate. I try to, it's not going to be that long for a pretty standard review. But yeah, I try my best to balance time and value for everybody, right? So, was I close to spending in my early days? One time I was close because I was chasing Duchess, and I was close because I think I was like 30 sacred shards or something without a legendary. So it was a bad situation. It was a bad situation. There we go. Yeah, so it was a bad situation, and I wanted to spend, but I didn't. Overall, I didn't spend because it's not worth it, right? So I had a clanmate tell me, "It's like, it's not worth it." I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. I ended up not spending. I don't regret that at all. So today we went 5-5, not the best. 68% win rate. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see. But yeah, that was kind of the only time I was tempted to spend. There was really no real time. Um, like I was never short on silver. I was never short. I was never short on books. That was something else that I was never short on, books, because I just didn't have a lot of champions in the first year and a half, 2 years, to really require a lot of books. Or I just did not book a lot of champions. But I think it was because I just didn't have a lot of good champions worth booking. So I actually had a lot of books. So I never had a problem with books. I never had a problem with silver. Um, I never had a problem with resources like doing fusions and stuff. The only thing I wanted was like, shiny new champions. That was pretty much it. And it's kind of easy to talk yourself out of it when you just know like the odds are so stacked against you getting anything good. So it's just like it's pretty easy to talk out of spending. But this was before like let free login champions and stuff like that. Like so it was very limited back in the day. I'll say that it's very limited stuff. Um, Nowadays, I mean, you start the game with the legendary. Like Tholen is so good as a starting champion. Wukong is so good. Narma is ridiculously good nowadays, right? So you guys like, there's a lot of good stuff nowadays. So it's not something that I think I think it's just FOMO for a lot of people, right? When you look at things and you're like, "Oh, I want this because XYZ, it's cool," but you don't really need it. Most people don't ever need that many champions, and they can never utilize that many champions anyways. So it's like it's just FOMO, right? I hope this works out. It should work, Marius. Narma out damages your Newt. I mean, the problem is you're gonna need Newt for a lot of different content. Like Newt is actually really good against like Hydra boss. He's good against Chimera boss. He's good against Fire Knight. And those areas are way harder than Narma can handle, right? Narma's not going to be able to handle those areas. So Newt is still more important than somebody like Narma, even though Narma is helpful right now, right? Solinar FOMO got you, yeah. I mean, Solinar is pretty, he's gonna be pretty strong. He's gonna be pretty meta, right? For a little bit. He spent $100 a couple years ago and got nothing ever again. Yeah, I mean that's a cheap lesson to learn, I think. Low spender, bought a few gem packs, but saying free to play is a bit lying. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can just say you spent $40. You've been playing the game for 5 years or whatever, right? You know, like that feels great. You barely spent any money playing this game over 5 years. You got 5 years of enjoyment out of it. I mean, even if you spent $1,000 playing this game over 5 years, that's not that much amount of money. Like, to be honest, like for something that is entertainment, it sinks a bunch of time. You know, you don't have to feel bad about it. People don't have to feel bad about spending money on entertainment. You know what I mean? Like if it makes you happy, keeps you out of trouble, makes you happy, you spend within your means, like all for it, man. Go for it. Um, but yeah, it's personally speaking, like I kind of set like the own self boundaries for myself because it's like once you start spending money, it's really hard to stop because it's like when is the point to stop? Like what imaginary point do you stop? Right? Like do you stop when you're digging into your mortgage payments? Do you stop when you have no, you max out your credit card? Like when do you stop? Right? Theoretically, when do you stop? So I think that's the issue with some of this because like I've been reading some people say like, oh, I wanted to spend $100 chasing Solinar, but in the end I ended up spending $1,000 chasing Solinar, and it's just like, what the hell happened, right? And that's just for one champion, one instance in this game. So you know, it's kind of like I said, it's self-imposed limitation on myself because it's like, where do I call the stopping to end, right? Um, so yeah, just be careful with whatever you guys do with that stuff. It can be slippery. Okay, oh yeah, let's wait, how's our CVC going? Are we losing? Oh my god, we're barely winning. Oh my god, where am I in points? 46? Am I at the bottom? No, I'm in the middle. Hmm. Yes. What else is there to do for points that I have to do? That's all done. Everything's done. Everything's pretty much done. Just the Maria stuff. Just the spider turning. Hmm. Finish the missions for Arbiter. Did you see Big Papa Drock video about Solinar being bugged? I haven't. What is he saying? That it's going off too often? Vestel worth pulling for today. Endgame player or save for next week. I mean, Vestel is very good. I did a showcase on her. She's amazing. She does a shitload of damage. I would love to have this champion. Um, yeah, she's great. Uh, Problems. She's magic affinity, which means she's gonna weak hit against a bunch of the force guys. There's a lot of force champions right now. Theodosa, Galthier, they're the big ones. So having her weak hit against them is a big problem. The other problem is that she has no way to survive. This is the only way for her to survive, 30% damage mitigation, but that's not going to save her when she has 14k HP. All her hits are great. Her A1, the buff steals is absurd. This buffing herself, absurd. Going through stone skin, block damage. This ability, AoE, double hit, unkillable, counterattack, and then her passive, double damage. So think about this: double hit, weaken, double damage, and then unkillable counterattack. She hits hard. 1729 base attack, but she has problems. Not the perfect champion, but I love her. I think she looks great. Um, would I chase her? No, I wouldn't chase her. It's just the chance of you getting her is like so low, right? Like you can't. I don't know. That's just me. I don't chase stuff, right? But it's just the odds are so low. You use your 30 voice shards. Spend like $500 a week on 2x primals and 2x voids and primals. Plus every week I spend 60 each shard up to 2x. Well, that's a lot. I mean, it's whatever, right? It's whatever you're willing to spend. So Hatter A2 increases damage ally attack by 10% for debuff. Lena increases crit damage. Everything stacked up. It's crazy. This is before relics. I use Hatter or Titus now. Yeah. Hatter's really good. Yeah, the duration increase. You keep clicking it and lose the common sense. Okay, let's say you had to spend money on this game. What would it be? That's a good question. Some people ask me that. I mean, the best value in the game for a low spender, if you had to spend money in this game, would be the gems. Gems. I don't even know where it is. Gem. This one. This one gives you the best value for your money, but it's spread over a month, which is some people can't handle that, right? Like you can't wait a month for all of this value. So this is generally considered the best value for your dollar. Some of the energy packs can be okay. I think you're looking for like 200 energy per dollar or something like that. That's a really good deal. Um, and then the other ones would be these passes, like the forge passes and player passes generally are pretty good value. So because the gear passes, they give you lots of gear, right? They don't give you great gear, and there's no guarantee that you're gonna get great gear, but they give you lots of gear. And if your account is brand new, you're not gonna be able to farm 6-star legendary, 6-star epic, 6-star mythical gear for a long time. So in the beginning, these are really good value because you're paying like $40 or something. I don't know. I think it's like $40, right? How much is this? $30. All right, it's like less than $30, $25. But you're getting a bunch of this material, you're getting, a bunch of crafts, you're getting a bunch of 6-star gear, most likely, right? So that's generally pretty good value, I would say. Um, Outside of that, that's about it. Like you basically spend money on things that progress your account. Like I would say permanently. Like for example, energy you can spend on masteries, which permanently increase the power of your champions. Those are the best value because you have now invested in your account. Whereas if you're just spending money on shards, unless you pull a game-changing champion, it's not even just pull a legendary champion. It's have to be pulling a champion that changes your game, increases your progress. You're basically just investing in some chickens, right? At that point, like if you get nothing, you're just getting chickens. Um, so it's a risk, right? But if you get energy gems, you can invest in masteries. You can, invest in events, get resources that way. That kind of works too. I guess you can say the same thing about shards, but um, I think most people think shards are a bad investment. But you can definitely get shards if it works towards something. Like if you get shards working towards a fusion, that makes sense, right? Because then you're gonna get the fusion at the end. So that's investing in something, right? But if you're just buying shards to chase a champion, that's what I would call gambling. And we want to try our best not to gamble that much in this game because it can get out of hand. So that's kind of what I was getting at. So I don't know. Hope it answers your question. Calamitous can be pretty good, yeah. Calamitous is A1. It's quite strong. Extra turn we kill somebody too. Yeah, Cruzen has amazing gear, and he has basically every single champion at his disposal, and they're like maxed or near maxed out. So he has high blessings, empowerments for every single champion. So he could test somebody like Calamitous and still rock somebody, right? Like for me, like if I put Galeus, I've been calling him Galus, like Gallius, sorry, Gallius. If I put him in my best defense based gear, I'm still giving up quite a bit of stats because, versus my Marius, who's getting all these blessing stats, right? Versus this Gallius with no blessing stats, you're giving up quite a bit. And for me to use him, Gallius, over Marius, it's not a close comparison. Whereas somebody like Cruzen, who has basically maxed out empowered champions everywhere, he can kind of swap his gear around and then have like reasonable comparisons, right? So for me, it's you just have to use what you have, like the best of what you have. So for me, even though Gallius is very good, it doesn't make too much sense for me to use him like full time because he's giving up quite a bit of stats, right? That's kind of how I think about it. But Phryxia and Otherion, all I got to show really for my 3-month account. I mean, I didn't get. It took me like 20 months of hard grinding to get my first mythical champion. So 3 months, pretty good. Is this Forge Pass worth it if you already bought it 4 times? I think this Forge Pass is one of the worst ones, to be honest. This Defiant set is not very good. Like it's just power crept, right? Like 10% defense, that's pretty useless, and then 15% damage mitigation from AoE attacks, like that's fine. And I've seen this used in combination for some PvE content. Like big example would be like Ice Golem, where his hits are so hard that the 15% damage mitigation is kind of useful. But this set generally is not super great, so you know, there's way better sets nowadays. Not really worth it. Yeah. So, anyways, nothing. Mid game, you might be pushing that. Yeah, Fire Night Hard 10 is tough. I don't know. I get a lot of people requesting to do Fire Night Hard 10, and the first thing I would do is basically look at the roster and be like, okay, is this going to be a good time or a bad time? Because some people's rosters just can't do it. Even if they have champions, they need gear. That's the thing, right? You need gear, and then you need to test it out. So you're wasting a bunch of energy that way. So it's not a good time a lot of the time. I'm gonna save some multi battles here and run helper for a little bit. You improved a lot your LA drafts, by the way. Nice to see. Uh, Thank you. I guess. Thank you. I don't feel like I have. I feel like I kind of just do the same thing most of the time. Again, I'm limited on options. My best champions are my best champions, and I invested in them, um, and then I just kind of pick them all the time. So I don't, yeah, I don't think that my drafting changed too much. Last season, I picked Calvalax quite a bit, just to counter some speed teams. But nowadays, obviously with Mercurio, Calvalax is not going to work very well. So I haven't been picking him a lot. Um, yeah, but yeah, my overall win rate for live arena is pretty much unchanged. Like for seasons, like ever. Like it's always been around 65% at the end of seasons. So 65, 66, 67, around there. I think my lowest might have been like 64, but my win rate's always around the same, and my activity is always about the same. Not a good time, no. Relocate the awesome gear because there nobody farms hard dungeons for events. Never run hard anything anymore. It depends. I mean, if you're in the end game, you still need the gear, right? So I still take, like for me personally, I still farm hard 10 for like Fire Knight because I still need the gear. Like if I ever draw like, some good mythical pieces for like Savage. My Savage gear is not great. Like you guys kind of notice I don't really have a lot of champions built out in Savage. Savage is like a pay to win set, right? Because you have to pay for the energy to farm the Savage gear, or you buy the Savage gear packs, right? So it's pay to win set. So for me, I don't have it. Like I just don't have very good ones. Like you saw my Gallius. My Gallius is in my fourth defense based set, and he is in Savage. But it took him being the fourth champion to get geared out in Savage. So that's how deep my lethal gear is. My lethal gear can gear 3 damage dealers before I use my Savage gear. Or that just shows how bad my Savage gear is. Um, right. So you see a lot of like big spenders. They have really good champions built out in Savage gear. There's no reason to build your champions in Savage gear over lethal gear unless your Savage gear is better, because lethal gear is a strict upgrade from Savage. So that's how good their Savage gear is, right? And that's how bad my Savage gear is relative to my lethal gear. So it's kind of interesting, but I still farm hard 10 just for the odd chance I get something useful. Yeah, I know. Cavalax does nothing. So that's why I stopped picking him now. I picked them more last season, but not this season. I barely pick Cavalax at all. Feels like you missed out on the poison team. Yeah, yeah, that's tough. It's they created a problem. They created a problem. Mercurial set didn't have to be so busted, I think. Um like having Mercurial stop bombs makes it different from Stone Skin, right? But I don't know. It feels too strong. Like, what's the counter? What's the counter to Mercurial set? Multi hits, right? Multi hits. That's about it. Like Stone Skin, you can otherwise it's the same as Stone Skin. Stone Skin's just hard, like harder to break. But Mercurial, you need multi hitters, so you need more champions with multi hitters. I don't know. It's a problem. And then yeah, it further hurts like champions with bombs, which didn't need to be hurt. And it further hurts champions like with poisons. Poisons already have very limited use, and there's like a blessing for it. There's a relic for it. Like there's a lot of support for poisons, but poisons just doesn't work like super well, right? So I don't know. Kind of weird. But that's a design thing, right? Deflection gear, 8 champions. Yeah, that's the only place to get plat accessories. Yeah, they confirmed that. So what build is better for Titus? 6-piece Merciless, 5k defense, 6-piece with 2 Zeal. I like the Zeal. I kind of like the Zeal there. Defense, yeah, it's important, but I like the Zeal there. I think you probably get more crit damage, right? Because the Zeal gives you crit damage. Turtles destroy Mercurial. Yeah, I mean that's fine, but like you just don't have, you're not gonna guarantee yourself a turtle team in live arena, right? That's the thing. A year ago, Armans was too strong. Yep, that's right. No, 2 years ago. Armans has was released 2 years ago. 2 years ago, because last year was Fabian. Hey Gravnar, can you give some tips on High Elves faction wars? I got neither Fina or Otherion. Are you talking about hard faction wars? I assume you're talking about hard faction wars. Counters champs that hit a lot. Who's our newest best damage dealer? Oh yeah, Predator and Solinar. Yeah, they hit a lot passively. That's the thing. Passive hitters. We're looking for passive hitters, guys. The next time they release a champion kit, if they passively do something, it's probably going to be a pretty strong champion. Because that just means they can be locked out. They don't need to do much. They just need to stand there. How do you think Nell will perform into Mercurial? Into Mercurial. I've heard a lot of people saying it will kill her, but I feel like assuming each poison application removes a total guard stack, she would be great. Is that what happens? When she applies the poison, does it remove a stack? I'm not too sure. I don't have Nell myself, so I don't get to see it from the other side, but I played against Nell when she is in Mercurial, and she is a she's a nightmare to play against because uh Mercurial on a damage dealer that doesn't require damage stats is it's absolutely nuts, right? It's absolutely nuts. So because using Mercurial is a negative if you need damage stats, if you need ignore defense and stuff like that. But somebody like I would say somebody like Volcano, somebody like Nell, they can run 9-piece Mercurial without suffering too much, right? Hard faction wars, yeah. So for hard faction wars, I'm actually stuck on stage 14. I think I'm stuck on stage 14. And I think that's the second boss. Let me just double check. But I remember I had a lot of trouble on this one as well. For this one, against the boss, I had to switch my Arbiter into a regeneration set. So that might give you an idea of what you need. So I had like a healing set, either a bolster set or a regeneration set on my Arbiter. And that's how I got through the boss fight. Wixwell Fusion because so many of us don't have him at the time. I think I heard that they're gonna bring back a choice for the fusion. But it's gonna be a fusion that you did not do in the past. So that's why I heard. I don't know if it's credible or not, and I don't even remember where I heard it from. But that's why I heard. You guys can theory craft off of that, but that has like zero credibility because, like I said, I don't know where I heard it from. I don't remember who I heard it from. So but why not? That's a cool idea. That's a cool idea. So they don't want us having doubles, but they don't mind us getting something that we didn't get in the past. Which would be pretty cool. Did I die? Fuck, I died. You see that? My Marius died, guys. Explain. Somebody explain this. That's no good. Does that mean my Marius is not strong enough? Or do I need to do some presets here? Hmm. Let me see. Do this. Oh, I forgot to fully empower him. That's good. See, look. They're almost dead again. I guess I need more stats. Hold on. Maybe I can put more stats on him. Okay, let's see. I mean, he's pretty juiced up. I don't think I can put more stats on this guy. How much more HP can I put? 300? Like, I got a plus 12 glyph for defense already on his glove. Plus 11. I guess here I could put a bigger glyph, maybe HP. This can go up to 12. All right. Damn, 8. What about this one? Go up to 60. All right. That seems pretty good. Ooh, 60. Nice. Whoa, 2,000 points. Jesus. That's big. Can't do anything there. I think that's about it. I mean, there's not really much room to move unless I want to start using those legendary glyphs. About it. 56k. I don't know. That's it. Don't think we can do any more unless we change up maybe the increases accuracy for each buff on them. What about the square gem? Removing buffs. Doesn't work on Marius because Marius reduces duration. He doesn't remove buffs. These diamond gems, just not too much value for like a damage dealer. It's more like support stuff. I think that's it. I think that's it. Defense, defense, defense. Defense. Nowhere else. Nowhere else really. Damn. That's it. Oh well. Oh well. Cost of doing business, I guess. I think you need Slayer for the TM boost. Well, people are saying that you can do it without Slayer, and that was the first fail, so it was working out pretty good. Yeah, it could be unlucky crits, but still, it would be nice to have 100%. What are the big missions to look out for on stage 3? I actually did a video on the Marius missions on what to look out for, and I laid it out really like specifically. So you have to take a look at that video. I don't remember the missions off by heart. You're stuck on stage 21. I mean, 21 is higher than what I got on hard difficulty. I'm stuck on stage 15 for hard difficulty. But I haven't really like dug deep into it, but still. Have you maxed spider bonuses? Probably not. That's probably what I'm missing. Yeah, actually that's good. Let me check my spider bonuses. Your circles can change for a damage reduction gem. Yeah, but I kind of like the damage gem. I don't know. I kind of like the damage gem though. But yeah, I can go for damage reduction. Hold on, let me. I think my area bonuses need to be buffed up. I don't. I've been saving my medals or whatever. Yeah, I got 11,000, so I can spend them here if I want. All right, so Spider's Den. Which was most important? Which one do you think is most important, guys? Ignore defense, speed. What do you guys think? You don't do live arena because of the time windows. Yeah, it definitely is a hindrance for sure. They made it a little bit more bearable, but they also said that they're going to bring in 24-hour live arena eventually. So that's going to help a lot of people out. LA's going to take longer now because of Mercurio. Yeah. Speed's not gonna. Yeah, it's probably gonna be. I mean, I don't have a speed tune team for Spider. I just run champions in there, and then they just blow stuff up. Yeah. So let's do ignore defense, I guess. Kill the boss maybe slightly faster. Or we'll just go all the way. 10. Here we'll do a couple crit damage. Yeah, let's do that. That should be enough. I want to save some gems or some of the metals. I don't think that ignore defense does too much because the single A1 doesn't kill the spiderlings, and the A2 kills them anyways. So I don't think it does too much. Maybe we take like more HP or something just to protect Marius from dying, or we can take more defense. But I don't know. Probably HP would probably be the best, just to like avoid one of those bad crits. All right. So we gotta swap these guys out for some more skins. Some more skinnies. This guy, two of these guys. Sorry, just looking at my other account, just making sure it's doing all right. What happened? Another see another fail there, guys. Ah. Hmm. Damn, another fail there. Should I forge my 200 resources for the CVC or wait till personal reward CVC? I guess it really depends on how long you can wait and whether you need points or stuff like that. Usually I usually save any kind of crafting for personal rewards. All right. I think we need to invest, I guess, more into the HP department. %14%. Is that enough? Go for speed. 6, 7. There, we spent it all. Spent it all. Eric's runs? Yeah, I never use Marius for Spider, because Slayer set is the most commonly used, I think. But folks in chat saying that it can be done without. I mean, it can be done. It's just, it is picking up some fails here, which is not great. No, I can do all the Curse City now. The big thing is like getting after I got my bonuses all done, the epics started becoming very strong. So the epics were able to yeah, some of the stages that only had epics that you could use, they became more reliable once you had more Great Hall done. So right now I pretty much finish it every month now. So just building up that carnage, right? Yeah, free gear removal helped too, right? Because then you can swap and clear stuff a lot, you know, easier without cost. So that really helped. But yeah, Curse City's been out for like what? Been out for 2 years now, I think, right? Because it came out in December. It was the big update, I think in 2024. He crits for 26. So he crits for 26k. And he crit for 37k. You see that? So he crit for 26 and then crit for 27 and 36, so 63. So my Marius can't survive that hit. My Marius is 58. Fuck. So if he double crits me, then I'm dead. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think about that, but the fails are starting to pile up, so I don't really like that. Yeah, 1,300 points, still 800 to go. Not I mean, we could do lower stage, maybe 6. 6 would probably be fine too, but just less energy efficient. Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about Slayer sets because I don't have any Slayer gear, right? The Slayer set, you got to pay for the pieces. So. Bloodthirst gear? All right. Now we're getting into. Now we're talking. Carnage is random. Random soul. How does 6 look? Yeah, I just beat the Taras Marichka stage. Definitely the hardest stage for sure. But this rotation wasn't so bad. This rotation was Soulbound Boyers, Rorik. Rorik was pretty MVP. Soulbound Boyers. I have Molly. Molly's very MVP. But there was one month where you had to use a bunch of magic epics, and that was hard. The magic epics was very difficult. I mean, 6 works. It's just less efficient. you think it'd be better if they could add accessories of swift parry and deflection and gold and reduce the rank and quality of them? Yes, 100%. Like, yeah, give like, 5-star epics, right? Why not? They give 5-star epics anyways for gold 5 chests. Why not give it for swift parry accessories too, right? Like, I don't get it. They need to update the gold 5 chests anyways. But anyways. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna call the stream here. Thanks so much for hanging out and participating and all that. Really appreciate that. It makes the stream a lot more fun. If you guys are new here, we usually do our streams every CBC, or at least I try to, as much as possible, just to touch in with the community and all that stuff. So that's always a fun time. I used to really enjoy streaming. It just takes too much time. But yeah, you guys, like I said, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe button. You guys come back for future content. All your free-to-play Slayer gear on Wallmaster. I have free-to-play Slayer gear on my Eric's. It's not great gear, but it works. But I don't really want to swap out my Marius gear just to do this. That's also another thing. Like, he's in my arena build, and I don't really want to change it. Yep. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Best of luck on your CBCs. And if you guys are pulling, best of luck on that as well. Have a great day. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.